ways how I can make you lots of money. I just don't know if that conversation is going to be that exciting. Regardless, they are experimenting in it. And if these banks are experimenting in the metaverse, shouldn't you? Shouldn't you? Shouldn't you? Oh my goodness gracious, guys. How many times have I talked about JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, all of these major banks? I've talked about Jamie Dimon. I've probably done easily 15, 20 videos on Jamie Dimon. And I tell you, the oscillations of their opinions and ideas around Bitcoin are absolutely amazing. They're absolutely outstanding. These guys don't know what side of the Bitcoin fence that they should be on. Sometimes they're hating on crypto, and then they're doing OTC desks. Then they're talking smack about Bitcoin again, but they're all opening their own funds, ETFs, ETCs around it, right? There's this bipolarism at these banks. It's like the marketing guys aren't talking to the guys who are actually on the floor. Right? The guys who are actually on the floor want to make money. They don't care. They don't care what type of abstraction of money they make. They just want to make money. That's why they're bankers, right? But then you have the marketing people saying, screw Bitcoin, screw all this. This is all fraud. This is whatever, Jamie Dimon stuff. Guys, look, at the end of the day, they're going to get in the game. Why? Because they got sticky fingers. There's a lot of money to be made in crypto. And if you ain't in crypto right now, you better ask somebody. So let's talk about this. JP Morgan is getting into the metaverse. That's right. They opened a lounge in the metaverse, and they said that the 1 trillion metaverse market, will likely infiltrate every sector. Okay. So you're basically saying that the metaverse is real and the metaverse is going to be epic, and we should all be part of this. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. Global investment bank JP Morgan says that the metaverse will likely infiltrate every sector in some way in the coming years, and the market opportunity estimated is at over 1 trillion in yearly revenues. Oof. The firm has set up a lounge in Decentraland. Interesting how that works out. Setting up a hangout chatting lounge in Decentraland. JP Morgan on the metaverse. Well, the global investment bank JP Morgan recently published a report titled Opportunities in the Metaverse. The report is authored by Christine Moy and Adit Gadil. Moy is the global head of Link, Crypto, and the Metaverse by Onyx by JP Morgan. Gadil is head of e-commerce solutions at JP Morgan Payments. JP Morgan report details the following. Quote, the metaverse will likely infiltrate every sector in some way in the coming years, with the market opportunity estimated at over 1 trillion in yearly revenues. The report also cites research by Grayscale Investments, which states that the metaverse is estimated to be a $1 trillion revenue opportunity across advertising, social commerce, digital events, hardware, and developer/creator monetization. So, as a result, we see companies of all shapes and sizes entering the metaverse in different ways, including household names like Walmart, Nike, Gap, Verizon, Hulu, PwC, Adidas, Atari, and others, the authors wrote. So it seems like the metaverse is not just some terrible Wii bowling avatars that are hanging out, but actually something that can be monetized and these bankers can make a lot of money on. Is the metaverse going to be huge, guys? You let me know in the comments. Obviously, you already know my opinion. I think it's going to be awesome. The success of building and scaling in the metaverse is dependent on having a robust and flexible financial ecosystem that will allow users to seamlessly connect between the physical and virtual worlds, the authors explained, adding that our approach to payments and financial infrastructure will allow that interoperability to grow. The investment bank has set up an, quote, Onyx by JP Morgan lounge in Decentraland. The ground floor is an open space with a tiger walking around and a portrait, of course, of JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon, who was the only one in the financial crisis of the 2008-9 period and 14-15-16 periods that actually survived. Amazing, Jamie Dimon, how you were able to survive as one of the only CEOs that did not get fired. You must know somebody. The lounge is upstairs where there is a big table and documents on it so you can for the large monitor screens. You can explore the lounge there, and JP Morgan report cautions that, quote, the components of the metaverse continue to evolve very quickly, making it difficult to base a business strategy on such a dynamic place, mostly because all they see are red-haired and blue-haired, like iguanas and random avatars running around asking for ASL. However, the authors emphasize the costs and risks of engaging early and consistently in order to build internal intellectual property, develop hypotheses about future business models, and identify ecosystem partners and collaborators are relatively low, which means there's huge opportunity to get in early, kind of first move advantage stuff. They elaborated that the asymmetrical risk of being left behind is worth the incremental investment needed to get started and to explore this new digital landscape for everyone. So, these guys are saying that JPMorgan, the investment bank, the number one bank in America, should be investing in this new digital landscape to learn about opportunities, even if it's costing them money. I think this is absolutely outstanding. I think this is something that I can actually agree with. Now, at the end of the day, am I going to be hanging out in a big banker's lounge talking with them about tariffs and tax? I don't know. What do you talk about in a lounge with a banker? I mean, if I was in a lounge with a banker, the only thing that I would immediately want to ask them is, how you going to make me money? And that's where they should say, let me count the ways how I can make you lots of money. I just don't know if that conversation is going to be that exciting. Regardless, they are experimenting in it. And if these banks are experimenting in the metaverse, shouldn't you? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Let me know if you guys, if we should all be dabbling in the metaverse. Is this, I mean, I keep covering it. It's getting bigger and realer. It's getting more in your face. $1 trillion industry. So you tell me in the comments below. What are you guys going to be doing in the metaverse?